Hi Shanny Fannies, welcome to Educating Shanny. I'm Shanny and I'm recovering from an eating disorder. I'm falling off my chair. Hi Shanny, hi. Okay, so today's video is going to be a direct upload. I have been busy doing things all day long and I don't have time to edit one to upload, so I'm just going to do a direct upload. So this will be unedited, no music. It's probably a tiny bit blurrier than you're used to. And also, I might say some really stupid things, so you're welcome. Today is episode 2 of the Shanny Fanny series where I read your guys' stories and we all learn from it and we all get to hear different stories and different experiences, and you've been sharing with me things you've learned. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to try and do 2 or 3 of these again. Let's see. I really should have looked this up ahead of time. I'm really smart. So, okay. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so this is from someone named, does she mind if I say her name? She doesn't say. Okay, her name is Lindsay. So she says, "Hi Shanny, hi. My name is Lindsay and this is my story of abuse. I moved in with my husband and his family a few years ago. I had never been around anyone who did drugs or abused alcohol before, but all of a sudden it became something I was surrounded by. I have seen so many awful fights, tables and other things being thrown at each other, death threats being screamed, etc. For a while, none of it was directed at me, so I was fine. Scared for the safety of others, but fine. That is until my husband's uncle moved in. Oh dear. I became the target for his drunken verbal abuse. Oh, I'm so sorry. His drunken verbal abuse, where is it? Not a day went by where he wasn't insulting me in some way. He called me awful names, insulted my family, told me I'm worthless, just so many things. I want to kick him in the crotch for you. Moving on. So many things. It doesn't sound like much, but I was already in a bad place mentally, and this brought me to a very suicidal headspace. I didn't leave my room for the majority of the day because I was afraid of what he might say. Once he got so drunk that he started throwing firecrackers at me and burned me a few times. When I told others, they defended him and excused his behavior because that's what alcohol does to him. I was told that it was my fault. I was letting him affect me and I was making a big deal out of something small. I was told it wasn't real abuse because he never hit me or put his hands down my pants. It went on for about a year until I started speaking out. I made a Facebook post, as juvenile as it sounds, venting about the situation. Girl, I can't wait to see where this led you, because you know me, I'm all about social media and sharing hard things. People were angry that I was talking about it publicly. People were angry that I was talking about it publicly, but it helped me get the support that I needed from those who had no idea what was previously going on. Because of this, I learned a few important things. 1, that I have support I never knew I had, and that people actually do love me. Abuse can make it seem like nobody does, but in reality, I have so much love and support. Aww. 2, it showed me who I can count on and who I can't. I cut those who defended him out of my life completely, and I'm so much happier because of it. Good for you, dude. 3, I am stronger than I ever thought possible. I got through it. I made it. I didn't end my life. I wanted to, and life is so much better now that I know what a strong person I really am. Number 4, I learned that abuse is still abuse, even if it doesn't leave scars or bruises behind. Verbal abuse is real and it hurts just as much. And lastly, 5, I learned that I am worth the support I received. I am not worthless. I am not a waste of life. I am beautiful. I am worth it, and so is everyone else. Speaking out about what you're going through is so hard, but it's so freeing. I agree. You find out that you're not alone in whatever you're struggling with. I am currently building up the strength to go even more public with my story, maybe even make my own YouTube channel. Yes, Queen, in the future. Thank you for sharing our stories, Shanny. You are an inspiration to us all. Aw, Lindsay, wow. You're incredible and strong. What you said at the end there, that abuse is abuse and that verbal abuse hurts just as bad as other abuse. I've been abused in every way possible, and I will tell you, I think verbal abuse, well, it's kind of tied with sexual for me, because verbal abuse lasts forever. Like, the scars of it don't go away. Like, your bruises go away when you get hit or cut or whatever, but the emotional things that you hear, and it's like implanted in your brain. So I'm proud of you for talking about it. It's not easy to talk about. I'm so thankful that you shared this with us. You have inspired me already, so thank you. I hope that the comments will tell you how much you've inspired them, because you have. You're incredible. Like, what the heck? Why are you so cool? That's awesome. Thank you for sharing your story. I'm extremely proud of you. I'm proud of you for fighting. I'm proud of you for doing what you needed to do to get yourself out of the situation and to be better. You're strong and beautiful, and you're a warrior princess, and I'm proud of you. So thank you for sharing your story. Okay, let's find another one. I'll just sing until I find one. I really should have done this ahead of time, but I really wanted my reactions to be real. I don't know. Like, the first time I'm reacting to it, I want to do it with, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, let's move on. Okay, this is from, let's see if she wants to name anonymous. She doesn't say. Okay, so this is from Sophia. So Sophia says, this is my story for your video series for the week. I was born with, okay, this is going to be hard for me to say. I was born with diaphragmatic hernia, which is a birth defect in the diaphragm. Wow, I've never heard of that. It really affected me throughout all my years in school, specifically in gym class. I would get made fun of because I couldn't run for long periods of time like other kids. Ugh. If I do overdo my running, I would pass out and maybe die. Wow. I would also get made fun of for how my face looks, mostly because of my big nose. My family was pretty normal, but up until about 2015, it all started to go downhill. My dad used to drink only on the weekends, but then he started to drink every day. He is an abusive alcoholic. He verbally and mentally abused my whole family, but also physically abused my mother. My father made me feel so afraid of not only drunk people, but also adult men. Sorry, this one's hitting close up for me. Whew. Only adult men. Where are we? All adult men. I feel you. I'm afraid to be around adult men teachers or people in power, especially alone, because I don't want them to hurt me, yell at me, or make me feel lesser than I am. Or lesser than them. Sorry, I read that wrong. Anyway, my mother got the courage to divorce him in 2016. Go, Mom! I still didn't get to escape him. That's true. The last time I saw him was when I was going to sleep over at his apartment, and he was drunk and high when I came over. I had my first panic attack, and my mother quickly got me out of that dangerous situation. Go, Mom, again. Now I never see him, and barely talks to me on the phone, only on holidays. I don't want to see him still because I need to get better mentally before anything else. It took my mother 6 months to get me a therapist, to get help for my depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. My first therapist didn't work out, and now I'm with a way better one that I actually like and I'm comfortable with. Right now, I'm still working on getting better mentally, but slowly I can see myself creeping back down into a dark hole. I hate myself a lot still. I don't know what is wrong. I don't know what is right and wrong anymore. I'm still struggling with my depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. I've never got into cutting that much, but I still sometimes punch myself out of anger and hatred of myself. I've never had a suicide attempt. I just hate my body and... Wait, where did it go? I lost my place. I've never had a suicide attempt. I just hate my body and who I am. I can't tell anymore if I have disordered eating or a developed eating disorder. I have these fucked up thoughts on how I can eventually get away with starving myself to lose the weight I want, and to fully have control over it. I look at pictures of skinny girls and hope that one day I will look like them, even if I'm already at a normal healthy weight. I have never told my therapist of my disordered eating and those thoughts, and I'm afraid of ever doing it. I'm really trying to get better mentally, but it's so hard. Anyway, before this gets too long, I think that's the end of my story. Thanks. Thank you, Sophia, for sharing. Wow. Girl, I'm so sorry. I think if you watch me, you already know how much I relate to your story. But I will say that I want you to know, I don't know how old you are, but I'm guessing you're pretty young still. And I just would say, like, I'm proud of you for reaching out, sharing your story, because this is going to give you even more strength to free the pain that your dad put on you. It was your dad, right? Oh my gosh, I'm the worst. Was it stepdad or dad? Uncle, dad. I have a really good memory. Anyway, your dad doesn't need to be in your life. You clearly don't need him or want him in your life, so don't have him in your life. But I understand talking to him on holidays. I do the same with my dad, but I can't have him in my life because every time I see him, it brings up a memory. Even though I've tried to forgive him and let him go, I can't help that seeing his face and seeing his hands and seeing him in general triggers something for me. So it's okay that he's not in your life. I'm proud of you for cutting him out. I'm proud of you for not having a relationship with him. Again, it's great to connect once in a while because he is your dad and he always will be. But you should never, ever, ever reward that behavior that he did to you, and that's what you're doing, and I'm proud of you. So good job for not doing that. Secondly, I understand obviously the eating disorder thing too, and I will tell you, I can't believe how similar your story is to my current situation, because I'm going through that too, where I keep thinking to myself, if I can just starve myself for a few months, then I'll get back down to my weight before I started recovering, and then everyone will think I did it in a healthy way, but I'm really just going to starve myself, and then they'll be like, oh my gosh, you look so good, what have you been doing? And I'll be like, ah. But girl, you and I both know that those voices are evil and come straight from the devil. Do not let them tell you what to do. Do not listen to them. You know in your heart what's best. I am sure that you are the most beautiful, perfect girl in the world, because you are, and you're loved and you're cared for, and I know that it hurts to not be cared for by certain people in your life, but I care about you. The Fannys care about you. Our whole community cares about you. I'm sure you have many friends and family that care about you, and your mom obviously cares about you because she did the right thing. So just try and keep that in mind, because that's what I have to do. I have to weigh it out sometimes, where it's like, okay, yeah, I could starve myself for 3 months and get down to what I want to be, but I will lose another 10 years off of my life, probably, literally. Or I can stay where I am, trust the process, continue to probably gain weight, and then lose it in a healthy way later when I'm ready, and keep relationships, have a longer life, keep all those people who have spent so much time trying to care for me and telling me how much they love me and showing me their love for me. That's where you gotta weigh it out. It really, really does come down to, what desire do you have more? Do you love your eating disorder or your loved ones more? And for me, a lot of the time, it's the eating disorder, but that's not true. That's not coming from my heart. That's just coming from my head. I think you know what I'm saying. I love you and I'm proud of you. Keep fighting. Do not give in to those urges. I promise you, you're not alone in this. And if you do give in and you mess up, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. You can get up and try again. I'm proof of that. So don't give up. And I believe you and you're awesome. And I'm proud of you for going to therapy. I'm so, so proud of you. I love therapy. I love it, love it, love it. In fact, I'm starting it on Tuesday with a new therapist, so we'll see how that goes. Because I've tried a few, but I'm hoping this one will be the one, so we'll see. Okay, do we have time for one more? Yes, let's do one more. Okay. Okay, this one's kind of short, so that's good. I'll read this one right now. So this is from Carrie. This is from Carrie. Carrie says, hi, Shanny. Hi. I love you and I love your videos. Oh, thank you. I love you too. And I don't have an eating disorder, but thought I'd share my story. I'm blind and have moved country from Ireland to the UK for work. Interesting. Wow. This is so cool. I'm so excited to read the rest. There have been many trials during the past 3 years, but the only thing I have learned about myself is that I can stick things out even when I'm having a really tough time. I am struggling mental health-wise, but adopting a gorgeous little cat, Princess, soon, so hoping that will help along with therapy. If I could pass on one thing to people, it's don't let what perceived differences in society thinks you have stop you from doing exactly what you want to do. TIA, if you read my story, your channel is awesome. I know you help and inspire so many. Thank you. I don't know what TIA means, but it says TIA. If you read my story, your channel is awesome. Okay, TIA, thanks in advance. Is it thanks in advance? Did I just figure something out on my very own? That never happens. You're welcome if that's what it is. Well, you didn't say much, but girl, I picture your story right now and I'm like picturing you and I'm like, it blows my mind when people are blind or deaf or something that would cause like, I don't know what I would do. Like, you're so strong and so freaking awesome and brave. Like, I would never move to a different country or a different place if I were blind. Like, how freaking brave are you? And oh my gosh, I want to hear more about your story actually. So if you're watching this, put it in the comments below. I'm going to go read the comments because I am reading the comments on this series, by the way. I don't think I told people that, but I am. So go leave me, like, if you have anything else, I would love to know. Like, why are you blind? Were you born that way? If not, then how long have you been blind? What do you do? How does it work for you? Do you have to have someone with you, or have you figured out how to do it on your own? Like, I just think it's the most beautiful thing in the world when people are like, yeah, I was given this, but guess what? I'm not going to let it stop me from doing what I want to do. Like, you're a freaking rock star and you've inspired me, and so is everyone on everyone's stories today. So thank you. Oh my gosh, you're awesome. Okay, yeah, I totally want to hear more of your story. So please leave it in the comments below because I will be reading it. So, okay. Okay, I think that's it for today. So tomorrow I will be doing this again. I don't know if it'll be a direct upload or an edited one. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. But either way, you will see me tomorrow for some more stories. If you don't know where to send your stories or you don't know what this is, I basically wanted to put the spotlight on you guys for a couple weeks and away from me while I figure myself out. And so it's kind of all about you guys right now for the next couple weeks. So send me your stories. Try to not make it longer than, like, if you were to type out a whole page, single spaced on the computer, don't make it longer than that so we can try and fit in as many stories as possible. And then email them or message me on Twitter is the best one. It's at Shanny Educating on Twitter. Facebook would be number 2 as far as like it being easy for me to find it. Is Facebook is number 2, Educating Shanny page on Facebook. And then Instagram would be number 3, educating_Shanny. But if you have Twitter or Facebook, preferably Twitter, that's where I've gotten all of mine so far. But if I run out, then I'll move on to Facebook. So yeah, so so send them there. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, and just share your story, share whatever you feel you need to share. Share something hard you've been through and maybe what you've learned from it or whatever. Just anything that you feel would inspire others and myself and you to share. So that's what I'm looking for. So, okay, I'm proud of you guys. I love you. Thank you for being patient with me and thank you for your support. I'm so proud of you all. I love you with all of my heart, and I'll see you tomorrow. And remember forever and always that you are beautiful, you are worth it, and I am too. Thank you for watching. Bye!